In the previous Q&A video, I answered the question that a lot of people have as they're approaching retirement and want to know whether they should take the pension lump sum on offer from their defined benefit pension. But it might be that you're not lucky enough to have been a member of a defined benefit pension and so have what's called a defined contribution pension, and that's a pension pot that you've contributed to and perhaps your employer's contributed to, and it's been invested and it's grown to a particular level. And whether you take the pension lump sum from those types of pensions is a little bit of a different argument, because it depends on how you're going to draw an income from it. With the defined benefit pension, it's an all or nothing thing. It's a one-time decision. You take it or you don't take it. If you use your pension fund to purchase an annuity is a guaranteed income for life, where you're giving up the capital value of the pension fund in exchange for that income. It's also a one-time decision. At that point in time, you just say, would you want up to 25% of the value of your pension as a tax-free lump sum, and the rest of the value of the fund will provide that income. So that's a straightforward decision, and the reason why you might choose to take the lump sum would depend on circumstances in your life. It might be that you've got a mortgage or other debts you want to pay off. You might want to help children out with the deposit for a home or university debt or university fees. You might have other expenditures that you know you need to make and don't have savings to cover, or you might just want to build up your savings. The reason why you might take more income is that you might need a higher level of income because you don't have much other income coming in retirement, or it might be that you just want that certainty of knowing you've got income and you've got a lot of other cash elsewhere available to you to call on for emergencies or for other expenditure, or just to be there for children as and when they need it, or perhaps to inherit on death. Now, another way of taking income from a pension pot is through something called drawdown, and there you're not committing the capital all at one time, so you can be a bit more flexible about how and when you draw income and a tax-free lump sum from it, because you don't have to take it all in one. If you don't need a lump sum there and then, you could be a bit more mindful, a bit more strategic, and take income in any year as part taxable income and part tax-free lump sum. In other words, you can phase the tax-free lump sum payments over a number of years, and once you used up 25% of the whole pot, then there'll be no more tax-free lump sum left to phase as income in inverted commas. But by taking part tax-free lump sum and part income, it's possible, depending on your other income sources, that you don't pay any tax at all for a number of years, because you might have the full personal allowance available to you. So you'd have tax-free lump sum and income within the personal allowance that therefore isn't taxed. You don't have to take a taxable income at all either. It could just be for the first few years you just take the tax-free lump sum phased over a number of years. So the decisions whether you do that will be much the same for whether you're taking a lump sum from an annuity. It depends on your capital needs, if you've got debts to pay off, whether you want to build up surplus money or surplus savings, or give the money away, or you're just trying to generate an income to fund retirement. So lots of different considerations to take into account, but depending on how you choose to take your defined contribution pension pot, you've got different options to consider.